If Windows 11 restarts when you choose Shutdown, the real cause may be a January update colliding with security, virtualization, and hybrid power states. This video explains why KB5073455 era systems can restart instead of powering off, and why fast startup is related, but not identical. You'll learn how to classify the symptom, identify the affected security configuration, and choose the right response. Microsoft documented a narrow but significant failure after the January 13, 2026 security update KB5073455 on some Windows 11 version 23H2 machines capable of secure launch. A shutdown or hibernation request could end in a restart instead. Similar behavior could occur on secure launch capable systems with virtual secure mode enabled after that month's updates. This is not a universal Windows 11 defect. Version, update timing, hardware capability, and security configuration define the affected category. Secure launch protects the startup path against firmware and early boot compromise. Virtual secure mode uses hardware virtualization to isolate sensitive security functions from ordinary Windows. Those protections are valuable precisely because they sit beneath the desktop, close to firmware, boot components, and protected memory. But that also makes servicing and state transitions more consequential. A user requests shutdown. Windows must reconcile that request with protected platform state. The January failure exposed this hidden negotiation by returning the machine to boot instead of completing power off. Fast startup had already made shutdown less final than its label suggests. Rather than rebuilding every operating system layer from a cold state, Windows can preserve the kernel session and supporting system state in hibernation storage, then restore them during the next boot. Restart normally follows a more complete reload path, which is why it often clears driver or service problems that shutdown does not. Fast startup can complicate diagnosis, but it did not cause Microsoft's documented secure launch issue. It is a separate variable with a similar-looking lesson. The most useful evidence is the exact transition that failed. An immediate restart after shutdown matches a different pattern from a machine that powers off and wakes minutes later. A failed hibernation is also different from sleep resuming normally. Timing matters. Behavior beginning after January 2026 servicing on Windows 11 23H2 deserves an update history check. Secure launch capability and VSM status then determine whether the device matches Microsoft's documented population. Classification prevents unrelated wake timers, firmware settings, and fast startup from becoming automatic scapegoats. When the pattern begins after KB5073455 era servicing, the primary response is to install Microsoft's latest cumulative fixes rather than hunt for random firmware ghosts. Temporarily removing fast startup from the equation can make shutdown behavior easier to interpret, but it should remain a diagnostic control, not a universal explanation. Managed environments should add secure launch capability and VSM status to the incident record. If repeated transitions become unreliable, Windows Recovery Environment provides cleaner diagnostic startup states than repeated hard power-offs, which introduce unnecessary file system and data risk. For administrators, an unexpected restart creates ambiguity beyond user annoyance. The endpoint may re-enter a maintenance window, encounter a BitLocker prompt, remain active inside a travel bag, or report a state that no longer reflects the user's request. Fast startup is a performance policy. VSM is a security policy. Secure launch is a boot trust policy. Hibernation preserves state. Servicing changes the code coordinating them. Modern Windows power commands are therefore policy-mediated transitions. Incident reports must identify the update, Windows version, exact symptom, secure launch capability, and VSM status. For the complete diagnostic framework, affected configurations, and administrator guidance, read the full written guide on Windows Forum.